The women's 55-meter hurdles, Cornelia Oschkenat of East Germany leads the parade worldwide. Rosalind Pendergraft Council takes it. Let's get down to Tom Kelly.
In lane number 1 from the University of Colorado, Donna Waller. In lane number 2 from the University of Alabama, Flora Hyacinth. In lane number 3 from the University of Tennessee, Lavonna Martin. Lane number 4 from Louisiana State University, Tananjalyn Stanley. Lane number 5 from the University of Texas, Karen Nelson. Lane number 6, Jackie Humphrey from Eastern Kentucky. In lane number 7 from Delaware State, Sophia Hunter. And rounding out the field in lane number 8 from the University of Nevada, Las Vegas, Prudance Jackson.
Well, a race, Marty, that might be wide open. What do you think? Lavonna Martin, I think, has to be the favorite, but not by much, and we'll see what happens.
Well, she was the favorite last year also. She's better this year, but last year she got 8th. She hit a hurdle. I don't know about you, Larry. To me, this is the freakiest event in the sport.
The hurdles?
Yeah.
Well, obviously, it's an obstacle course. You get the steeplechase outdoors, and you have this thing indoors, and there's so much that must be packed in. You're working at the highest level of anxiety and intensity, a dash, and you're trying to overcome, in this case for the women, 5 hurdles, 2 feet 9 inches high, and all do it as a ballet. You can't have anything out of step. There you see Tananjalyn Stanley from LSU. She has the fastest time coming into this competition. She's only a freshman. Let's see how she responds to the pressure. Her time was 7 and 62/100ths of a second in the trials. Lavonna Martin ran 7:71, and it did not place her among the top 4. So the pressure's on. Now, maybe she was coasting a bit, but it's not wise at the NCAAs in any trial to coast at any time.
Now, this is quite a bit different than the men's hurdles. The hurdles are much lower, and really, you have to be a sprinter first and foremost and just step over the hurdles. You're really not trying to jump. You're not thinking jump. You're thinking run through, run over.
That's a good point. And let me add this, you young hurdlers out there, men or women, remember, this is an event that you want to stay in the air the least amount of time you can. You split those hurdles as quickly as possible. You charge them. You charge through them and be very aggressive. The East Germans, Czechoslovakians, they all are. Back to Lavonna Martin. That's her countenance right there as she is standing, loosening up and just kind of shaking the muscles out. It's more nervousness at this point than anything. Everybody's fully stretched, but you're concentrating on what you have to do right as you look down that race course that you've got to face. We are behind the world in this event by a measurable amount. Some things were on an equal competitive footing. In the men's hurdles, we dominate worldwide with 6 of the top 10 for the last couple of years ranked in the world Americans, but not so in the women's competition. You saw what happened in the men's race if you've been with us for the last 15 minutes and the problems with people hitting hurdles. Let's see how cleanly they get over this first hurdle and what happens to the contestants after that. Watch Martin and Stanley in lanes 3 and 4. Martin out well, first over the hurdle. On her other side from Texas, running well, Karen Nelson is Lavonna Martin taking the title, though.
Boy, that was a lot closer than it figured to be. A lot closer. Prudance Jackson on the in lane 8 with a good race.
Marty, the first one out of the tunnel, seems to be 99 times out of 100 the winner as she cries her happiness.
Well, she had a tough year last year. Getting 8th here was a real tough break for her. She was having a great year, and she kind of finishes her indoor season now on a high note. She's only lost once to Jackie Joyner-Kersee.
And let's have the official results of the women's 55-meter hurdles. Martin in 7:56, Hunter 7:59, Nelson 7:61. Those are the official finals.